2 weeks ago, we announced that you'd soon be able to take the online GMAT twice. Today, we received official confirmation. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can go about taking the online GMAT again and what has changed with regards to the online GMAT. This is an update to that breaking news. So let's start with the good news, and really good news, by the way. Earlier, we anticipated that you'd be able to take the online GMAT again starting the 30th of September. Now, you can do that on the 23rd at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Now, this means if you've taken the online GMAT once, you can now take it again starting that time. Now, there are certain differences or certain, I would say, additions that that MBA.com has made to the online GMAT. First of all, it seems with this edition of the second test, they're now combining the in-center test with the online GMAT. So essentially, with this second attempt, any attempt that you take past the 23rd of September will count towards your lifetime limits for the GMAT, which means you can take it 5 times in any rolling 12-month period or 8 times in your lifetime. Also, the price of the test has been increased from $200 to $250. For people in India, this does include the GST. Now, prior to 23rd of September, the online GMAT did not have any cancellation or reschedule fee. Post 23rd September, you will have to pay a reschedule fee of $25 and a cancellation fee of $100, which is in line with what you do with the incentive GMAT as well. So when you look at these changes, this may seem that these changes are not so great. But one thing which we have to consider is that as MBA.com brings the online GMAT at par with the incentive GMAT, this eventually is good news for you. Why? Because in the future, this opens up the door for a third attempt, potentially a fourth attempt, and even a fifth attempt in the realm of online GMAT. It just seems like they're aligning it more and more with the incentive GMAT, which I think it gives you the flexibility of taking that test from the comfort of your house and also avail all of the advantages that you get from taking the test in center. Now, there are certain things which do not change. You can still send the score from your online GMAT test to many schools. Now, this is a big thing, and I've talked about this again and again in the past. Let's say you're someone who's in one of your first attempts gets a 720. In the past, you had to think about, okay, should I send this score to really an M7 school or a tier 1 school such as GSP Chicago and Tuck, and should I also send it to, let's say, a Keenan Flagler or Yale University? And you have to think about it because, when you took the GMAT, you got the option of sending the score to 5 schools free of charge, and for every school beyond that, you had to pay a fee. With the online GMAT, you don't have to make the choice. You can send it to as many schools. And you can apply to those schools in round 1. And then, if you get into some of those schools, you can update those scores, potentially converting that admit and arguing for a scholarship or a fellowship, which I think is a huge flexibility boom with the online GMAT. Other than that, everything remains the same. You can still use both the online whiteboard and the physical whiteboard with the online GMAT. When you take the online GMAT, you take it from the comfort of your house, which means you do not need to wear a mask, which you do need to do so in the incentive GMAT as well. You still can take the test 24/7, which means you get this amazing flexibility to schedule the test at your own time or when you're comfortable. It also means you don't have to travel to a test center, which I think, given current times, is also a big benefit of taking the test in the comfort of your house. And with internet connections becoming more and more stable across the world, I think online GMAT would start to become a preferred option over the incentive GMAT. So once again, this is big news on the online GMAT. You can start taking the test twice starting 23rd of September. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to respond to them. Put those questions in the comments over there. By the way, if you want to hear about experiences of how students have fared on the online GMAT, we've provided some links in the description below where our students have taken the online GMAT, done really well, scored 760, 770, and you can really talk about how this. You can see how they set their rooms up, how they ensured that there was no disturbance, how they ensured that the internet connection that they were using was robust enough to handle the test. Once again, big news, you can now start taking the test again from 23rd of September. Happy learning.